Hello, my fellow Cambly tutors. Today, I want to talk about those of us that have students observing Ramadan and how we can make sure that we are not jerks. From now until April 22nd or 23rd, I'm not completely sure, our Muslim students will be observing Ramadan. And during Ramadan, students will not be eating or drinking from sunrise to sunset. And some tutors have had concerns about whether it would be insensitive for them to drink during the tutoring sessions. And my answer to that is most Muslim people around the world understand that America is not majorly Muslim. And so your students are not expecting you to behave like a Muslim person. They are expecting you to observe the Cambly Code of Conduct. And the Cambly Code of Conduct states that you are allowed to drink during a lesson, that's reasonable, especially considering that several of us will be entering into classrooms after having tutored already for several hours, but that we will not eat because eating while teaching a lesson is unprofessional. My advice is if you are thirsty, take a sip of your drink. If you feel awkward or if you feel self-conscious, or if you feel like it would be rude for you to take a drink, don't take a drink. There is always going to be a moment in between lessons where you will be off camera and you can take a sip of whatever drink that you have in front of you. If a lesson goes for longer than 30 minutes, or if you just happen to be parched during a lesson, students expect you to take a drink if you're thirsty. A natural aspect of a conversation is having something to drink. Remember, Ramadan is a religious observation and it is very intentional. One final thing that I'd like to say is there are some tutors on Cambly that have a very interesting sense of humor, we'll call it that. And I have seen those tutors respond to other well-meaning, innocent tutors' questions with responses like, well, if you drink something and it causes your Muslim students to struggle, then that is just going to draw them closer to God. How does that sound to you? Would you want anyone to treat you that way? Would you want anyone to put a stumbling block in front of you to intentionally make your life harder so that you can enjoy your journey more? Absolutely not. Release yourself from the pressure of feeling like you can't drink if you're thirsty. Release yourself from the pressure of feeling like anyone else's personal beliefs are your burden to bear. Just follow the code of conduct for Cambly and act according to your conscience. Ramadan is not a punishment, it is a gift, and your students are not being punished. They're being given an opportunity to remember the poor and continue to be a charitable person who's also appreciative and deeply thankful for the things that they have. So be your normal, natural self. Your student will thank you. If they don't thank you out loud, they will definitely appreciate the fact that you didn't make things weird, which they are, unfortunately, experiencing with some tutors.